Hi guys, and welcome back for another sewing tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make the cutest mittens. Look at these. These are cable knit Sherpa mittens. They are so soft. I got this fabric over at Joann's. I got actually both of it, the Sherpa and the cable knit. I'll show it to you. I'm going to have a pattern for you. The links will be in the description box or in the information icon in the top right hand corner of this video. But yeah, this is what we're going to be making today. So cute and so comfy. I made them double layered. You don't have to make these in double layer. You can actually make them single layer if you want. But yeah, I wanted to just pop in and ask you how are you liking the Christmas tutorials? I hope that you are, and I hope that you're sharing with your friends, and I hope that I've given you a little bit of some inspiration or some ideas for little last minute gifts for this holiday season. I did want to just mention that if you do make anything, I would love to see it. So if you come over to Instagram, you can send me a DM, a direct message, and you can send me photos of the things that you're working on, or even just handmade gifts that you're sharing with your family anyways. I can even save them to after Christmas if you don't want me to share right away. I can of course tag you. But yeah, I'm super excited for the rest of this series. I have a few more really fun tutorials that I'm really excited about. But I also want to mention one more thing. If you haven't already checked out the Social Hour podcast, I'll leave a little name card here so you can see what it's spelled. I do that with a friend of mine named Bethany, and we have a sewing podcast. It's absolutely wonderful. We've done 13 episodes so far. It's been great. Everyone loves it. So we would love to have you come over and listen. So if you're not doing anything around the holidays, you're doing some baking, we would love if you would tune in on YouTube. And we also have it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere there's a podcast basically. So yeah, let's just get straight into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and show you how the pattern works. So you're gonna have 3 pieces. When you print out your pattern, it's going to kind of look like this. This is kind of the rough draft of the pattern, but I will have some more information on it, but right now, this is what it looks like. So you're gonna cut out this section, choose the size that you want, and then when you get to the next one, they're gonna be in 2 different parts, and there's gonna be a little swirl, and you basically need to line up the paper so that the swirl is even. Those lines are even, and you're just going to tape that down and then cut out your desired size. And that's going to be for this part as well. And as long as you're using printer paper, then you'll be able to see right through like that. So you're going to print them out, cut them out, and then you'll have these pieces. And I'm going to show you in the next part how you're going to cut these out of your fabric. Okay, so we're going to cut these in a mirrored way. So I just put the fabric folded in half, and then when we cut out our pieces, they're automatically going to be mirrored. It doesn't matter so much for this one, but these ones you definitely want to be mirrored because your hands are mirrored. So I cut out all the pieces for my outer fabric, and now I'm going to move on and cut out my lining. I'm going to be using this really soft Sherpa. This is going to be for the inside of the gloves. You don't have to have a lining if you don't want to. I've made these gloves out of 1 layer of fleece, and they're still beautiful. So if you have, pretty hot hands, you can kind of, 1 layer of fleece will do it. Or if you want some more dexterity, a thinner glove would be best. But if you want to have some nice warm mittens, then I definitely recommend doing 2 layers, so that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out all of my pieces. So I have 2 of this piece. I have 2 of this piece. Actually, This is one of each here. And then we have one of each here, making sure that they are mirrored. And then on this side, I have this one. And that one. And then this one. Actually, that one goes here. And that one. So technically, this is 2 pairs of gloves, but we're gonna put them together to make one beautiful, soft, and comfy pair. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna show you on these pieces just because they're probably gonna be easier to see, but everything I do with these pieces, I'm gonna do with the Sherpa pieces as well. So we're gonna take the 2 pieces that have the thumbs. So we're just gonna take that one and put that one to the side, and let's just put this one like that. And then this one is gonna go on top. And you'll know that it's the right one because if this thumb is over here, then it's not going to be the right. So we're going to do that. We'll take these 2 pieces and we're putting them with the right sides together. I have this beautiful cable knit fabric. I got this over at Joann's actually, and it's so pretty. So we're going to do that. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to sew from here all the way around our thumb and then across here. So basically where we have this seam, this is where we're gonna stop here. And we're gonna do the same thing over here, up, around, and then stop there. So obviously I will show you at the sewing machine. It's gonna be a lot more clearer over there. And we're gonna do the exact same thing with a Sherpa. And if you wanna make your seam allowance a little bit bigger on the inside layers, this will just help it lay a little nicer inside the outer fabric. Okay, so we're going to start with this seam along the straight edge. And then we're going to go up the thumb. And then we'll stop right when it pretty much lines up with that. So that is how it will look. I'm going to go ahead and do it again with the second one. Okay, so you can go in and check to make sure it's nice. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I can already tell. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Sherpa, and then I'll meet you back at the sewing table. Okay, so now that we have done that, what we're going to do is we're going to fold up our mittens. And then you're going to take the other piece, the last piece, lay that on top. And then by doing that, we're going to sew all the way around. And then we will essentially have a mitten. If you're doing one layer, you can then hem the cuff, and then that's it. You're done. So it's really, really quick. But okay, and then when we get to the thumb portion, okay, you're going to want to kind of fold it out of the way and then go over the seam so that it hits that row of stitches, so there's no hole there, and you don't like sew your thumb down, and then that's it. So you're just going to sew all the way around for all 4. Okay, so we're just gonna go all the way around. Make sure our fabrics are nice and lined up. Okay, we're getting down to the thumb portion. We're just gonna sort of put it out of the way. And then we'll go all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so now we have all of our gloves all ready to go. And like I said, technically you have 2 pairs of gloves here. So if you want to make a Sherpa pair and a cable knit pair, you could do that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take our fabric, one of them, flip it right sides out. We're going to make sure that it is, now these are bigger, but I made the biggest size, and that's just because I am putting lining in it. For my hand size, I would have probably done the medium. So just keep that in mind, that I would size down. Oh my goodness. But once you put that second layer in, it's, oh my goodness, I'm obsessed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this one, put it on, put it inside the Sherpa, like that, and then we're going to sew around the hem, leave a little hole, and then flip it right sides out. And then we will have a nicely hemmed cuff. Okay, so I'm just going to take the sides and I'm just going to line up the seams, and then I'll just put clips all the way around. And I would probably leave the hole on the underside of your glove, just because then if there's any inconsistencies when you go to hand sew it or do a little top stitch there, it'll be less visible. So we're going to do that, and then we'll do our little stitch all the way around. But I'm going to first do the second one. And at this point you do want to like inspect it, make sure there's no holes, you know, so you don't want to find that stuff out before you put it all together. Same with that. Okay. Put that on the inside. Make sure you're right at the very end. Okay. And there we go. Let's go do the next part. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to leave the hole on the underside, and I'm going to give it like a good 1/2 inch hem, maybe 3/4, just to make sure I get all those layers nicely. Okay, so we have the beginning here. I'm just gonna leave like 2 inches because it's really squishy fabric, and I'll be able to get through that no problem. Okay, so we're going to take one and we're gonna flip it. Okay, so then we're just going to tuck the Sherpa into the mitten, and then I put the thumb where the thumb needs to be, and oh, look at that. Doesn't that look so cute? So then with this part, you can fold it down so you can see the Sherpa too. But if you want to have it all the way up, if your arms are, you know, a little cold, or if you want to be able to tuck it into your coat. How cute. So I'm just gonna either do a little top stitch or just hand stitch it really quickly so you can't see it. And then that's it. You have some really cute mittens, and they take barely any fabric. And like I said, you can make this in one layer. You don't have to make it in 2 layers. I've made these in 2 layers of fleece, but it really elevates the whole mitten if you're able to get your hands on Sherpa and this like gorgeous cable knit type fabric. And you don't need to, if you've never sewn garments before, like, you don't need to know how to sew. You can use the regular sewing machine just like I did today. So fun and cute, and I just love them so much. They look so cozy. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, if you want the pattern. Also, all those links will be in the description box. I got 3 sizes for you. So like I said, I made these out of the large because I doubled up. But if you want to make these single, there is a small, medium, and large. And the small will probably fit like a tween, I would say. So they're really nice, and yeah, I'm excited to wear these. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye guys.